All right, Bears fans, CHGO Bears, we are here outside London at Hogwarts.
Yes.
I just stole that from one of the English reporters that was here. It's not actually Hogwarts. We are in the garden court of the Hanbury Manor. This place is unbelievable. It's nowhere near London. It took us like 3 hours to get here, but English countryside. Ryan Poles talking, Kevin Warren talking, and we're going to have a full show on this later today on CHGO Bears, but we want to give you kind of highlights of it right now. Carm, we start with football or stadium?
I'll do the stadium. By the way, it is quite pristine here. Absolutely beautiful.
That guy just gave you a dirty look.
But so, listen, I'll be honest. I thought that we were going to hear a shift from Kevin Warren today with the Bears perhaps pivoting more towards Arlington Heights. We heard absolutely none of that, which we will talk about in depth tonight. But this is a man who, despite all the pushback, is going to try to push through and get this stadium done. And who knows how long he's going to keep the fight up, but he's certainly keeping it up right now.
I will say, though, and again, we'll talk about this later more, the words Arlington Heights are coming out of his mouth a little bit more than they were 6 months ago. So we'll see where that continues to go. And we got a little bit more clarity on, remember that scene in Hard Knocks where they were planning the stadium aspect of it? And it sounds like the stadium that they are designing can go anywhere, whether it's lakefront or Arlington Heights.
He did say that, agnostic, whatever he said. However,
agnostic stadium.
Yeah. Okay, great.
He also said he wants to shrink the world.
Yeah, but he also
kind of freaked me out a little bit.
He also said Chicago about 8,000 times, so he still wants it, clearly.
Yeah. On the football side, General Manager Ryan Poles speaking, and just sort of a check-in 5 weeks into the season. I think we always got to start with the quarterback. How about we go quarterback and O-line? What were your impressions, Nick, of what Ryan Poles had to say about that?
Well, I asked him about Nate Davis, and I thought he had some interesting comments about not only him, but also referring to the depth that they brought in this season for this offensive line. So obviously we know Nate Davis' situation right now, but I thought he just gave some insightful just view of how this team is looking at that group and obviously the depth that they provide at that position.
That was first of all a great question about Nate Davis. I wanted to get more in there on the offensive line in general, but he doesn't seem as bent out of shape by the O-line from that conversation. So I think he's looking at this as we're at where they're supposed to be at work in progress.
I also thought it was interesting. He gave credit to Shane Waldron for adapting. He talked about how, guys come from other places. What are their quotation marks?
Openness is one of the words he used.
Yeah, openness to adapt because, guys come from different systems, things that they're used to, and I think there's no question based on what we've seen early on in the season, whether it was personnel or those leadership meetings, which is another thing Ryan Poles talked about. Adjustments have been made, and Shane Waldron apparently has been open to them. We've seen it on the film and in these games as well, but Ryan Poles, I think involved to some extent in probably some of that stuff, and it's just kind of interesting to hear his perspective on it.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and I think that obviously with that being able to adapt, it's helped this team thus far, and you saw that kind of happen the last 2 weeks here.
I'd like to wrap up with I learned today that there's a lot of golf buckets around here. You get in the bucket and it takes you around. It's beautiful.
We should go find Jeff Downey.
Right? Yeah. That been the highlight of my day.
Harassed internationally
shaming Mark Carman.
Yeah.
And apparently heckling us from the room back there.
He's in his quarters at his castle, JJ. It's lovely back there, I'm sure.
And he'll be calling the game on Sunday. Hey, full show for you later on today on CHGO Bears. Adam Hoge, Mark Carman, Nicholas Moreano. Our coverage is here all week, whether we're out here in the country or down in the city, hanging out with you Bears fans too. It's going to be a great week.
Isn't that other guy showing up today too, or no?
Oh, yeah.
That's why it's been so calm and peaceful here.
You can hear the birds chirping.
Do I have to go?
From the Eiffel Tower, he'll be joining us, I'm sure, with all the laundry that he's been cleaning up. That made no sense, but that's what he's done.
Great job of you trying to ruin this video as much as possible.
Hey, it's a big day today. The show's gonna be awesome today.
Yep. All right, we'll talk to you then.
We all silly like the mayor.